Hey bookwormies, welcome back to my channel. So if you don't know, I love books. And the problem is when I don't have something to read or I don't know what to read. So I decided for today's video, I'm gonna let my book friends choose what I read. This is how it's going to go. I am going to take a picture of some books and maybe add a few books that I don't have that maybe I'll read on Kindle or I'll buy if they say it. And whichever book they choose is the books that I read. So I'm gonna send it to 2 or 3 friends and then they're gonna choose, and hopefully they choose different. If not, I'll tell them to choose another one. And then I'll have 2 to 3 books to read from, and I have to read each and every one of those 3.
So, quick voiceover me. I actually asked like 5 friends and I only read 2 books.
I somehow already read it, or I don't know, I DNF it, which can also count. Okay, as you can see here, over here, I already got, one of my friends answered me, and she knows me really well, and she knows that I pretty much loved Shatter Me, so she told me to read Destroy Me, which I'll read on my Kindle, maybe. We'll see. We have 3 more people to wait for. Okay, so we got number 2. So here's what my second friend told me, and she said to read The Rise to the School for Good and Evil. And since I'm gonna have to read this in Spanish, so that's gonna be fun. But we still have 2 more people to wait for. 5 books that they can choose from is like The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. That's in Hebrew and it's very thick. We have Hamagala Sudi, which I think is The Secret Circle by Tax Hanika.
Also, bookwormies, the author's someone else, so don't listen to what I just said.
We have The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien, and we have A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. And we have The Brothers Hawthorne by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I think that's it. So we'll see what we get. We still have a few more choices. While we wait, I am going to read on The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes since I have not finished it. I have a lot left, but I want to try to finish it up, and so then when my 2 other friends choose, I can hopefully start reading soon. But it will take a while for them to answer, so let's get cozy and read for a while. I think I have this small setup in my room. What you guys think? It's like a poof. So we're gonna take this book, some water next to me, and read for a bit. Let's see how long I can read for.
One is you make me happy, 2 is you set me free from all the things that held me back from just being me. Thank you for all the sweetness. Now I can finally breathe. Now I can finally breathe. But baby, don't you see, I still get frustrated, can't lie, when you keep on doing things that don't like. Can I hit your friends?
Some bookwormies, I'm back. Another of my friend, the third one, chose another book. She chose The Secret Circle, that's in Hebrew. And she first chose Destroy Me, but since already another of my friends chose it, I told her to choose another one, and she chose that. And so we need to wait for another one more girl to answer me, another one of my friends to answer me, and then we can start choosing. And hopefully, after I finish this, which I'm getting closer a bit, we still have a lot, but we're getting closer. So when I finish The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I can start reading one of those 2, and then the second one I'll read too. Hey bookwormies, so I'm back. As you can see here, my 4th friend answered me, and she chose the book by Brandon Sanderson, that is The Final Empire. So I have now 4 books already. So I have Destroy Me, we have The Rise of the School for Good and Evil in Spanish, we have The Secret Circle, that's in Hebrew, and we have The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson in Hebrew too. And since I need to pick 2 out of these 4, I'm gonna think a bit, but I think I'm gonna choose Destroy Me and The Secret Circle, but I'm gonna think about it a bit more before choosing for sure. And I'll come back to you guys with my with my choice, and then we'll fully start the reading part of this journey. So guys, I have this small stack of the books. We have, no, don't look at this side, but this is gonna be Destroy Me if I decide to read it. And we have The Secret Circle by L.J. Samit. And this one actually my brother recommended to me. Next we have The Rise for the School of Good and Evil by Soman Chainani. This is a book in Spanish, okay? So we have one book in English right now, one book in Spanish, one book in English, one book in Spanish, and one book in Hebrew. This is also something in my TBR. I tried reading, as you can see here, but I never really finished it. I didn't go far with it. Okay. And the last book is in Hebrew too. This is a hunk. Like, literally, guys. This is like hard to hold. It's like super heavy. And this is The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, the king fantasy known everywhere. This is very thick. Very thick. How many pages? Let's see, guys. 589 pages. This is a 5-part, like literally a 600. And it's in Hebrew in addition, so that's extra hard. So these are my 4 books. And out of these 4, okay, we're gonna go one by one ruling things out. Okay, this will be our representation for Destroy Me. I keep on forgetting its name. Let's go eliminating one by one. Am I in a mood to read in Spanish? That's a pictures. It's not super hard supposedly. And this one is also pretty simple to read. It's not long at all. I should be able to fly through this. Okay, I'm gonna choose this. One of the 2 books that I'm gonna read is The Secret Circle by L.J. Samit. So we also have Destroy Me, which is very short. It's like 106 something pages. It's like a novella, so I can fly through it really fast and get it over in. We have this, which is a hunk hella big, and it will take me some time to get through. Okay, I'm eliminating this. I'm not in the mood to read this yet. Okay, so we're between 2 now. Now that we've looked, we have 2 choices left: Destroy Me and The Rise to the School for Good and Evil. Ready? Let's get started. Hey guys, I'm here for a mini update because I'm like halfway through the book. On page 266 of The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This book started kind of slow. It felt like it was going to take forever for me to get through this book. Maybe because of the kind of small letters. Maybe because of the thickness and how many pages it has, but I was just like so bored. I just felt like I was never gonna get through this book. Like, I didn't really want to know about Coriolanus Snow. I'm sorry, but Snow is not the person that I want. I don't want to know about Coriolanus, okay? You know what? Let's just simplify his name just for all the times I'm gonna talk about him, because I need to say it, and I hate long names. So his name for now is going to be Corey, okay? So Coriolanus, Corey. I don't want to go for the through the big names. So he is also part of the Hunger Games trilogy. You see him there. You see him. I didn't really want to know about him, okay? I wasn't interested in his life process. I don't want to see how he grows up. Not interested. Like, it is interesting, but at the start I was just like, what do we need to do about him? Like, but since I started, I understood why it's good, this book. And you'll see this one romance type, and I'm conflicted about my thoughts on it. The only big romance in this book between Corey and somebody else is just very, like, it's kind of like you added a bit too much salt to your salad. You feel it a bit pinchy, you feel a bit nauseous. At least that's when this is just an expression. Let's say, we'll see how it goes. But out of the romance section, onto the main plot. The main plot, just as I said before to you guys, I like the way how we see him growing up. At first, when I just started this book, I was like,
do we really need this? Do we need this? But I understand now the reasoning, and it's kind of interesting seeing how he goes through the stage, this big stage that turns him from a little boy. Is very different. He didn't start the same way, and it's kind of interesting seeing how he goes level by level, going from this little boy to the grown-up man that you see today. It sounds kind of cringy, but it has its reasons. I do think he got a bit of it from his father, and so that's something like you're like, oh yeah, now that I think about the series, I can really feel the resemblance in a way. See ya!
I still love you. I got 21 reasons why I do 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 do. I got 21 reasons why I do 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 do. I got 21 reasons why I do. 3 is the way you hold me. That's what I waited for. 5 shots a day to know.
Hey bookwormies, so it's already the night, and I'm on part 3, as you can surely see here. This is going really well. Well, I'll update you guys later. On page 321. So bookwormies, I'm back, and I have finally finished the Battle of Songbirds and Snakes. Finally, we're going to get to start the actual part of this video that you guys have been waiting for. So I gave the Battle of Songbirds and Snakes 5 stars. If you don't know, The Hunger Games is like my favorite, like one of my favorite series of all time. This is technically part of the series, but not exactly. And book was a bit less, because if you don't know, the Hunger Games series is like a 6-star rating for me. This is a prequel, it doesn't really contain it, but I give it 5 stars. It wasn't the amazing, oh my gosh, top notch, I could never let it go ever in my life 6-star rating, but it is really, really good. Loved the idea, and I loved how it was written. It was just really good. But I didn't really love the end. Like, the ending frustrated me in a way, because of how it ended. Somehow, like, I know that it was part specifically since it's about Coriolanus Snow. And if you know, Snow is in the Hunger Games series, and he's different, and I get it, but I don't know why, but he changed in a way that I just felt like I loved him more at the start. And I don't know, I just felt like it was kind of frustrating and how the romance ended. And I kind of felt like there was a few loose ends. There might be a second part to the prequel, I'm pretty sure not, but if there is gonna be, then that's gonna be really good for me, and that's gonna satisfy my soul, because I feel like there's some many loose ends at the end that I would like to see go on. And now, finally, guys, we are going to start The Secret Circle by L.J. Smith, I think. So, see you guys. Hey, bookwormies. So, it's finally time to start this book. But let's get started. I'm excited to start this finally.
Moving out on the floor, you took away the lonely. Now let you comfort me, loving the company. But baby, don't you see? I still get frustrated, can't lie. When you keep on doing things I don't like, and I hate your friends, and I hate your moves, and I still love you. I got 21 reasons why I do.
Hey bookwormies, this is so, so you know how I'm reading The Secret Circle? Well, I'm like around halfway. I don't know, I'm leaning towards the 3 stars of this book, and I was so excited to read it. Like, no kidding, guys, I was so excited to actually read this. And I feel like it's gonna be like 3 stars. It's like very dragged out, and I feel like if it's the language it's in, or just like the story itself, but I just cannot get through it. So, bookwormies, I'm back finally. You might be like, oh my gosh, so you're gonna keep on reading now, right?
I finished. I'm sorry I could not film it, but I have finished this book. Let's start with the rating. I gave this book a 3 stars. 3. I was so, as from the last update, I have told you guys that this book I'm leaning towards a 3, and it is a 3. It was a okay book. I was so excited to read it. And when I started reading it, of course, the ending did quite a bit bring it back up, but it didn't go enough to bring it to a 4 stars. It was very slow, and half the time I was like, what's going on? Who the hell is that? Who the hell is this? What's going on? And then like a tiny romance in it, I didn't really understand. I was very confused during the book. Maybe I was in a reading slump, I don't know, but I've had a very big struggle trying to get through this book. I swear I was reading it for like minimum like 4 or 5 days, maybe, like, or more, maybe a week or more. I don't know, I just could not get through this. This was just, I felt like it was taking ages for me to read like 1 page, and it felt like everything was getting elongated, and I felt like it wasn't a 255 page book. It felt more like a 500 page book, 600. That's how it felt for me. I don't know if it's because of the language I'm reading, which I always have struggled with reading in Hebrew, but I was regretting my life choices. I was so excited to read it until it just went downhill. The ending, like the romance at the end, kind of did bring it back. I don't know. I feel like I don't remember anything from what I read. Like, I feel like my mind was blank. When I was reading this book, I was here, my brain, which for this representation is this bookmark. I'll show you where it is. Gone. It's gone. But happily, I've finished this book, and I don't think I'll come back to it. Now that we finished this book, bye. Now that we finished it, we have the choice to be made. Remember, guys, we are reading 2 books. As you remember, I was debating last update talking about the second book that I was gonna read for this video. I said that I had an idea. I thought I knew what I wanted to do, and I do. I want something fast, something not too long, just to get through, to bring my head back into the game of the reading river. And that means that I am going to read Destroy Me by Tahira Mafi. This is a novella. It's very short. I've heard that it's of Warner's perspective, and I would love to see his perspective. And this is why I am very excited for this. I have been waiting to read the novella. See ya! So guys, it's been like, a half hour after I finished The Secret Circle, the first book, and I am already 40% through this book. It is a novella. I know it's a novella. It's like 200 pages or something, but it's like the first time I read a book so fast. I'm like flying through this, but this is really good right now. I really like it, but it's very like simple and very like easy to get through, and like I feel like it's very, very short considering I'm like 41% to this. But like, Destroy Me, the book I'm reading right now, guys, down below in the comments how much you thought it was before I tell you guys right now. 133 pages. 133 pages. You see it here? You hear what I'm saying? It's so short. It's like one of the first, it's the first time after a long time that I read such a short book. I really love the color. I really like the idea of the covers that the author does. If you don't see, I'll insert a picture here of the whole series, or everything I find. See you guys in the next update. Bye. Hey, Bookwormies, we are back for the final update. Okay, so this is the final update for Destroy Me, the novella, which is by Tahira Mafi, I think. And this is like the novella and Warner's point of view. And I was wrong about the part that it was the point of view, like, of his point of view during the Shatter Me book, the first book. It's wrong. It's like after, which I really like, honestly. This was very short. This had like literally 133 pages, guys. 133. Well, anyways, okay, let me give you guys a rating. 4 stars. Now that I think about it, I feel like it's kind of low. Like, I liked it, but I feel like because it's like literally only 133 pages, it feels weird to like literally give it a rating of some kind. So you could see his feelings, his thoughts, which is really nice to see. Not only Juliet's point of view and her thoughts, but also other characters, specifically Warner's. And Warner's was the specific thoughts that I wanted to know about, because it seems like it's very out of this world, because I want to know what he was thinking while this Juliet was off, and how he lives there. Not how Juliet sees him living, but how he sees it, how he feels, which is really nice, and I really love it. Well, now this has been the end of this reading log. I'll see you guys next time, and the people who are waiting for the spoiler part, wait a bit, I'm coming back, okay? Oh, and also, before I finally pass to the people that don't want the spoilers, I will tell you guys what I'm reading next. Well, what I think I'll be reading next. A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I know this is very, like, the rest of the series is very romance heavy, but this first book, a friend of mine read it, and she said that it's not very heavy. It's technically like the rest of the series that was really plot heavy and like very romance heavy. And when I mean very, I mean like crazy heavy. So I'm not going to read the rest of the series probably, but I really want to read this first book. I'll see you guys next time. Spoiler people, stay here. The rest of you, bye-bye, and I'll see you guys next time. So, spoiler kiddos, here you are. It's nice to see you. So, let's get to the spoiler part of this video that I have been waiting to film, because I really want to show you guys my real, full thoughts, but I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. Yes, okay, so I'm going to talk about 2 books that I read in this reading vlog. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes and Destroy Me. I do not really want to read about, I don't remember much about The Secret Circle. As I've told you guys before, I didn't really love it, so we're not going to talk about that one. Okay, so let's start with The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. It's been quite a while since I finished it, so stay with me, okay guys? So, first of all, something I hate is how Coriolanus changed. Like, I really liked the romance between Coriolanus and Lucy. Okay, so I really, really loved, like, the idea and the love how Lucy and Coriolanus felt. But the big, just horrible part of it was the part, like, that literally, for some reason, I don't know what happened with Coriolanus. He must be drunk or something after the one time that he drank once. I don't know, maybe I skipped something, but I just felt like it was over the world craziness. And I was just like, why did I hate your songs? Why do you hate that? It's beautiful. It's like, I'm confused, man. Like, you a few minutes ago loved her. Your love for her was like this, just stuck together. And the next thing you know, you confront her and kill your best friend. Well, yeah, technically it wasn't your best friend, but like, what? I was like so confused. Like, I hated how the end went, but yeah. And I still feel like there was something, like maybe I missed something in the book. And if I did, please comment down below. I really want to know. But if I'm correct, Lucy is still alive. I don't know. Does she know exactly about his betrayal? He grew on me. His younger version grew on me. The older version, screw you. Older Coriolanus, bye-bye. But I just loved the younger him. He was so sweet, innocent, and like great. And the new him, the bad one, I don't know. Like, the ending where he changed, I still don't understand what changed in him. So, let's stop procrastinating about the Battle of Summer Snakes and let's talk about Destroy Me. Okay, so, like, I just really love seeing Warner's point of view. If you guys already know, okay, this is a spoiler, so I already know, I spoiled this for myself, but I was very confused and I really wanted to know what was going on. So I checked and I found out about that Juliet ends up with Warner and not with Adam. I have mixed feelings about it. Don't ask me about it. Ask after I finish the whole series or something, or after you actually see Warner with Juliet. But it was really nice seeing Warner's feelings for her. And the first book in Shatter Me, I felt like he was kind of mean, kind of you could say a savage, because he was you need to live up to your potential, you can do so much. I don't know, but I feel like he was very annoying. I don't know, I really didn't like it. But ever since I found out about it, and ever since I read Destroy Me, I feel like I see things from another eye, another angle, and I love that. I love that idea. And so for the people that stayed till the end of this video and decided to watch my spoiler vlog, I'm very happy for you. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.